Jeff Durkin with We Are Change Connecticut. We just got wrapped up an awesome event in Long Island, Save Long Island Forum. We're here with one of the panelists and the speakers for the 3-day conference. Would you mind introducing yourself and tell us why you came down for the conference?
Yeah, they invited me to talk about smart meters. So I produced a video the other day, or actually about a year or two ago, on smart meters and the problems with those. They look like surveillance devices to me, and I talked about that in a YouTube video, and that YouTube video apparently hit a mark because it went to a 2 million view. So I realized this is something really going on, and there's two problems with those meters. They are surveillance devices, and they emit radiation, which are making a lot of people sick. Because of my video, I get calls every day from people who are desperate and wanting to know how they can get rid of their meter, why it's making them sick, to explain the electromagnetic radiation issues with it. So this is a large issue for a lot of people who are sensitive. It's called Electromagnetic Hypersensitivity, EHS, and they're literally sensitive to this radiation. They go into clinical symptoms, medical symptoms that are a result of these meters, and quite often of their cell phones, of their cordless phones, of their Wi-Fi, you know, all the cell tower right outside their house. All the wireless exposures now are exploding around us because it's a new technology that's being deployed.
Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got involved with smart meters. You mentioned a YouTube video that went viral. A lot of people were talking about it. Tell us how your background on how you got involved and became a big topic on the subject of your research.
Yeah, when I did the video and I saw that there were many people who were very interested in this topic, I realized, what is the problem here? Well, the problem is they're putting these meters on people's houses without disclosure and without consent. And I thought, well, you can go buy an analog meter. And I thought, well, I'll sell them. I'll go get a wholesaler and I'll become a meter salesman. And then I thought, wait a minute, you can't just take your meter off and put on your own meter. You're violating the easement, you know, you're tampering with their equipment. So I wrote a legal notice, 11 pages long. It goes to your power company. It tells them, you're in criminal trespass on my property. You have 21 days to get a safe and lawful meter on my property and get rid of this thing. And if you don't do it, I will do it in self-defense. That legal notice is so powerful, it reverses the authority between the property owner and the power company. The property owner is recovering all of their authority, and the power company loses all right of contract, policy, and easement when you notice them of their criminal misconduct. And so it's all about empowering yourself, the property owner, the occupant, to take charge and not allow yourself to be radiated, not allow yourself to be spied upon.
You mentioned it too in the speaking when you spoke, and also at the panel discussion today, how the implications of smart meters is not just for under the guise of electricity, it's to surveil you, like you mentioned, radiation, and it's a really important topic for people who might not know about it. What's the first thing they can do if somebody comes to their town about it, a representative from the power company? What can people do to stop this in their communities?
Well, the answer is you got to do everything. Unfortunately, there's a lot of unreasonableness on the part of the power company. Generally, the federal government has come in and given them a grant and free meters and told them that within a certain amount of time they have to have 99% of the community wired for these surveillance devices. And so the power companies are absolutely determined, and they're not disclosing what these things are, what they do. They're lying to customers about it. They're not admitting the problems they're causing. They're not admitting the legal violations that the meters themselves represent. So you've got yourself a very formidable opponent in your power company, and people are caught off guard because you and I, we all think, oh, it's our power company, they're just giving us electricity, they're not the enemy, they're not the evil whatever. Well, they are. They've decided to change roles, and it catches everybody off guard, and nobody can believe this. So it goes, well, wait a minute, I don't want to have to confront my power company as an adversary. Well, they've attacked you as an adversary. You don't have a choice. They are an adversary. It's just whether you admit it or not, whether you realize it or not, whether you do anything about it or not. So all of the above. You talk to your power company, but you know, our legal notice and all that, we recommend everything's in writing. everything is to the CEO, not to some customer service person, because they're not authorized to change policy. And unfortunately, we need a change in policy. You know, they're doing something illegal. So you have to talk to the CEO, do it in writing, do it in certified mail. We have a notice at freedomtaker.com. You can just scroll down on the whole homepage, freedomtaker.com. There's a free download of a legal document right there, the same one that goes out with our meter kits, and you can notice your power company. No, you got nothing to lose by doing that. You tell them you're in criminal misconduct, I don't accept this meter, you got 21 days to change it. So I recommend everybody do that. What do you got to lose? And then if anything comes up later and you find out your meter is harming you, and people do that all the time, they call me and they say, I'm getting sick, and it started when I got my meter. If you find out you're having problems with electromagnetic radiation, if you don't like the surveillance, boom, you've already got your notice to your power company, and now you send in a notice of default, and now you've recovered authority over your own property, and you can do whatever you want. In a court of law, we'll have to say, yeah, they noticed you, and you didn't. They'll say to the power company, you didn't deny this. You didn't deny that you're spying on them. You didn't, and it's unlawful. You didn't deny that you're radiating their property, and it's unlawful. So you didn't respond to their notice, you lose. So this is a very powerful step.
So just to wrap it up here, where can people find to learn more about smart meters and, like you said, how to basically take the power and get within themselves to prevent the power company from getting into their towns and their communities? Where can people go to learn more information about smart meters and much more?
As I said, freedomtaker.com. On the home page in the middle, there's a column, and at the bottom of that column is a whole bunch of resources, where you can go. There's other websites, there's experts, there's doctors, there's scientific reports. There's a thing called the Bioinitiative Report, which is a bunch of peer-reviewed science. You just print that out and drop that on any of your power company officials or local representatives, and you say, whatever you think, you're wrong, here it is, here's the proof. So freedomtaker.com is a good place to start. There's other websites, stopsmartmeters.org, or you just Google stop smart meters or smart meter protest. You can almost nowadays just Google the word smart meter, and it'll be something that'll help you fight these things, because there's a lot more fighting going on. The power companies are trying to keep it quiet.
Agendas. An agenda that lasts long enough becomes reality. All it needs is time. And we're not at the beginning of our quest. We're in the middle of it. We are well advanced, and we are going to advance more. And
it's a lot larger than us three standing here. It's a lot larger than We Are Changed. It's a lot larger than Public Enemy. All right, but as long as we're here, breathing, we have to at least try to raise the conscious level of the entire human family.